right, finally that time comes. Time to do the first start of the new ROVAN 45cc. First off, I gotta give a shout out to Dan over at ROVAN. He hooked me up. So this video is kind of for him and this new model and for everyone else that's interested. I'm gonna go over some things before we get into the fueling and starting. But since my first break-in video, the one that looks exactly like this, the 36cc, this is the 45. You know, they look identical. The motor is different. Only thing I have on from the older 36cc is the rear tires and rims, because the ones that came with them were a little warped. The nylon on them, wasn't too happy with the way they were turning. So those are old. Everything else is brand new on here. Oh man, this model, adding the chassis brace right here was a BITCH. Adding that servo saver aluminum was a BITCH. For one, because there's little nuts on the bottom that you have to somehow hold up while you screw in, and it was just almost impossible to get in. I just got lucky. Contrary, that intake was super easy to install, no problem. Didn't have any issues, no kinks at all. Again, gonna try the DDM cap on this tank. Last tank I got leaks. Let's see if it leaks on this one. Seems like it's tight. I Loctited everything that's metal to metal. I took off. We're gonna go over from back to front what I did here. So, all right. Where do I start? Tightened up the wheelie bars, screws. Those were loose. Loctited those. Took off all shocks. Filled them up. They were pretty much about that low. They all needed some oil. Adjusted them. Where are we going to? Tightened all these bolts as well. Brake bolts. And where are we at? Tightened up the spark plug on my first one. I noticed it was leaking. Not this time. Loctited, of course. Pull start screws, of course. Loctited carburetor screws inside. What else? Let's keep going. Like I said on the other video, I had to adjust the throttle linkage. It was kinking up, and also it wasn't allowing the carb to fully open, so I had to adjust that. What else? There's the screws and bolts for the chassis plate. What else? Keep going. Oh, I got my receiver in there. Spectrum, a lot more quality, a lot more range, no interference. And what else? I think that's gonna be about it. But one thing I do have to say, these boot covers, shock covers, suck. I tried to put them on and they just looked ugly as I don't know what, so won't be using those. I gotta get some new ones. What else? I think that's gonna be it. I got the enclosed wheel nuts. Oh yeah, so you notice I have a tire off because I adjusted this A-arm a little too in. I gotta adjust that out, so I'll do that while it's doing its first heat cycle. So let's get that going. Got my gas already mixed up here. Gonna be doing 91 octane with 25-to-1. So let's go. Let's get the first fill. that in there. Now let's try to get this on again. That wasn't so bad. All right. Oh, and I also ported out the gas cap valve in there. So, all right, guys, this is the first attempt at starting this bad boy. Let's see here. The Baja heavy duty, since this is my third one. Let's turn the receiver on. Alright, let's give it some prime it first time. That wasn't so bad. Easy. Forgot to mention, if I don't know if I did, but I'm using royal purple. All right, let's go ahead and choke it up, and let's give it its first attempt. Whoa, that was easy. All right, here we go. Incredibly easy to start. That's crazy. It does have some pullback. It's got some torque on it. That was an easy to start compared to my first one. Those of you that remember watching it. Too easy. All right, guys and gals, everyone watching. That's the 45cc first start. 2 pulls for the prime start, 4 pulls for the actual start. Incredible. Good job, ROVAN. I'm gonna go ahead and start this timer. Do 15 minutes. Go ahead and let the first cycle start up. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday now. And I'm gonna go ahead and let this thing idle up, warm up, tune it up, do whatever I gotta do to it. But yeah.